that's something Busta Rhymes talked to me about, like in the mid '90s when he had left one group to do his solo shit, and it was tremendously different. And you know, he pulled me to the side one day and he said, "Hey man, you know, you should in his Busta Rhymes voice, yo son, you need to be constantly doing shit and reinventing yourself, B. You know, do shit different. I know you got this group, but do other things." And that was a bad impression of him, but you know, because I'm not really on my game right now. I usually do Busta Rhymes' voice pretty good, but today I shit the pot. But you know, he gave me that advice, and I kind of was hesitant at that time because I was all about Cypress Hill and said, well, you know, this is where my 100% focus is. Why would I fuck that up by going and doing some solo shit and, you know, just doing some crazy shit when things are going so well? You know, I was very focused, like you said, instead of trying, you know, having all these different things going on, I was very much all about the group. And years later, that's when I started thinking, you know, right, well, I've done a lot of shit with the group. Let me start doing some different things here and there. And I did a couple of mixtapes, then I did a solo album, and you know, went back and started doing some group shit. And then I created another group with Exhibit and this cat named Demrick called Serial Killers, and we did a hardcore hip-hop album under that group for 2 albums. And then I partnered up after that with Burner, which we did three albums called Prohibition. Well, there were 2 EPs in one album, and you know, all that while I was doing another solo album that I gave away, which was called The Prescription. And you know, I just kept, you know, writing for different things, you know, doing collaborations with other people, and just keeping the Busta Rhymes shit in mind at that point. Like, okay, if I'm gonna do something away from Cypress, I don't want to do anything like I do with Cypress on this other shit. So I'm gonna be something completely different on this. Something's a different side of me on this shit, as opposed to what people are used to seeing with me with Cypress. So, you know, I just took that from one group to another. And even with Prophets, like the way I'm dressed up there with Prophets is completely different than what I do with Cypress. And you know, that's to have that distinction and to have something different, and you know, and to make people ask why. Because you know, people are always going to be like, well, why does like his look over here is so extreme, you know? But that's the thing, you know, you reinvent yourself and you make people fucking ask questions, and boom, you've done your fucking job. You know what I mean? So I'm just used to like taking these things on and giving everything a different kind of feel to it. So it's not a regurgitated thing of what we do with Cypress. Because I mean, you know, if I'm gonna do that, I could just stay doing the shit I do with Cypress.
It's just you've worked with everybody in the business, even our other boy, Danny Brown. I mean, you've done.
Salute to Danny Brown. I like Danny Brown.
He's a good dude, and it's just you continue to grow. You don't stop. You don't stop. There's no, and it's not like you ever notice when a dude is progressing and he tries to act young. That's not you at all. It's in you. I could see it when you sing it. When you were a kid, you like Spanish music.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me open the door before they call 911.
I'm sure I have 18 texts.
Yeah. Before they call 911.
Well, while Joe is gone, I actually did one of the other shows. I did We Don't Smoke the Same.
Oh, you did We Don't Smoke the Same.
And like that was even before I met you. It like there's a lot of people in this town who don't like to promote people around them. And what I really liked was E-Zone said he worked for you and like gets to do the show now. So it's like, and then our other friend Roz, dude, I've known for years.
18 months, 2 years.
He's been with you for years. I'm pretty sure. So it's just nice to see people who act loyally and are nice in this town.
Oh, well, you know, when we started Be Real TV, you know, and it was called the 420 show as opposed to the Dr. Green Thumb show. We changed it later. because, you know, I said, fuck it. You know, there's a lot of 420 shows. There's not a Dr. Green Thumb show on Dr. Green Thumb. Fuck it. So I switched the name, and it started maybe with 6 people, maybe less than that. I think it was 4 people. Myself, a couple of DJs, and you know, my partner in the network. And you know, we started off with the one show, just because I realized the importance of a platform, because I used to do a radio show on 92.3 The Beat called The Soul Assassin Show, which is different than the show that DJ Muggs does on Sirius now. But you know, this was in the kind of late 90s, and you know, we did some big things on the radio. So you know, when I left radio due to politics, you know, I was searching for a platform. The streaming became the thing, and I got into that. And little by little, I just, you know, as we build our own platform in the streaming world, I started recruiting other shows, other people, and you know, some of our staff started as people in the chat room, like that. We would have this back and forth engagement, like so. Our guy, we got a guy called Shiki.
I always call him Shecky.
Yeah, Shikadelic, we call him. But at first, you know, his name in the chat room was Iron Sheik, and him and I would have some crazy exchanges in the chat room, talking major shit to each other, but on some joke shit, but like on some really foul joke shit. You know what I mean? Because, you know, that's how we interacted with our chat room. We would call it the freezer because it was based off of insults. You know, we'd just insult the fuck out of each other. They'd insult us, we'd insult them, but it was all, you know, love shit. We realized that Sheik was a wordsmith. You know, he could, you know, he could hang with the fucking best of them. We invited him down to the studio, and he became, you know, a writer for the site in the beginning. Then he became an operator, and then, you know, eventually, you know, part of the show. And with E-Zone, he started as an intern, you know, doing like stories and shit like that for the site as well, because, you know, the site does stream and blog. And, you know, eventually we asked him to do, you know, to co-host the show with us, be up there at the table when we felt he was ready. And then we gave him his own show, you know, via the live platform and our YouTube. So we gave him 2 different shows. As you know, he's been around, and you know, he earned his way up. And then Roz Dude started as an intern, went into, you know, an operator position, and now he's creating content through his Alley Review. So, you know, we try to step everybody up in some form or another. Nels started up with us as a DJ, with DJ Nels. And, you know, he became one of the co-hosts of the show. And, you know, he coordinates the smoke box and stuff like that. So, you know, all of our guys have been with us for a long time. So
we're going in like fucking Marines. You understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.